Going live. All right, all right. We are up. We are live. Let me fix your lighting look better than my
Hey,
lighting.
can I say?
So thank you for joining me today. Thank you everyone for joining us. So if you don't know, my name is Andrea Wilson. I'm the broker here at House Realty. And so I like to do these videos, shine a spotlight on local small businesses, provide to you tools, resources. So not just about real estate. I know I like to talk about real estate, but I like being healthy too. So that is another low key. I want to say that too loud before somebody try to push me to my limits. But that is a little bit of a passion of mine. So I have here Juan Toney. So could you introduce yourself to everyone for me?
A good afternoon or good morning, depending what side of the globe you're on. Juan Toney, the mind and body transformer, master personal trainer, integrative life coach, and master sports nutritionist, founder of Fit Forever You.
Okay. All right. All right. So we'll just kind of jump right into it. So the topic for today actually is a very popular topic. People are always asking about it. And I was kind of doing a little bit of research too to see what kind of questions people ask. And the top hit was, why is it so hard to stay focused when losing weight? And so can you talk about that? What you're seeing, what you experience when working with clients?
Yeah, well, as far as when it comes to weight loss or any other goal, folks often think they have a lot of different reasons why the goal isn't being achieved. And being folks are mostly deconditioned or out of shape due to underlying issues as far as stress, finance, relationship. Sometimes their spirituality, but they don't know where they are in life, far as within themselves. So, what it comes down to is really three main factors. The first main factor is that they don't know how to articulate it. So, they want to lose 20 pounds, or I just had a new Fit Forever family member come on board, and she says, "Well, I want," because I ask everybody, first thing I ask you, what's your ideal goal weight and jeans and dress size? Because vague goals produce vague results. So she was like, "I want to lose 198." And then she came back not even a minute later saying 190. So first thing is, don't know how to articulate your goals. Same thing when it comes to, your career, your finance. Do you want to make 50,000 a year, 500,000 a year? Do you want to make $1 million a year? So articulation is key. Second is, they know how don't know how to get there. So they have their goal number. She wants to lose. It's finally, she said 198. I'll look good at 198. But then the person doesn't know how to get there. So, how do you get to that 198? How do you get to that $500,000 mark? And then the third is, they know how to articulate it. They know how to get there, but with all their efforts and best attempts and best practices, they still haven't achieved their goal. And what I found out is that, folks are caught up in the habit loop. We get all caught up in the habit loop from time to time. So breaking that habit loop, that's what's stopping from being interested and being committed, is getting the transition out of the habit loop.
Okay. Yeah, because even when I think about myself, I can go strong for about a good 2, maybe 3 weeks on just eating right, staying focused. And then right when it hits that 2 to 3 mark period, I'm ready. I start having these cravings. I'm a sweets person. So I start having these cravings of, I want that slice of cake. Oh, I want ice cream. And then bigger than that, what holds me back is I have kids, right? So if you don't have any kids, or if it's just you in the house, it's a lot easier to remove the junk food from in front of you. But then when you have other people constantly around you, I find it's really hard to stay focused on that as well. What can people do in that situation?
Well, first and foremost, my name is Juan Toney, Sweet Tooth Tony, better known as. I am also a sweetie, and I brought these just to show you guys. This is my go-to. When I get these, there's actually I get them out of case at Sam's, but this is a Quaker. It's gluten-free, thumbs up, no high fructose, corn syrup, and it actually this is the cheddar one. They have the branch that I smack on that caramel corn, I mean that caramel. And they bang. So when I want to go for my chips and a burger or turkey burger or Beyond Burger, I have this, the ranch or the cheddar for my chip flavor. And when I want to go for my sweet tooth later in the night, when I can't go to bed and get that craving, I'll get the caramel. So that's to kind of help. And what we have to do is we got to emotionalize the goal. First, now you know your goal. You want to lose. She wants to lose 198. Her goal is 198. So with that being said, she wants to lose about 40 pounds. Only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And now she has articulated the goal. She knows what the goal is. So how do I help her get to the goal? And to do that, we first have to visualize it. The goal has to be more than just one dimensional because you have to really emotionalize what you're seeing. So finding the goal photo, I asked you to find your goal photo. You sent me your goal photos, and now I have a target to help you sculpt your masterpiece. But more importantly, you see through your mind's eye your end result, your vision. So you got a goal number. Now your goal number is 198, but I'm just talking about you specifically since, we rock and you're one of my family members. So you got a goal. I see the goal now. So as I train you, you have artists that can play the guitar and go ham, drummers, painter can get a paintbrush and create a masterpiece. My gift is seeing what you want and using the tools to shape that clay. But you have to see it as well because it's important for me, but you have to see it through the creative visualization and soak that into your reticular activating system. So that's the little GPS system God gave us. Everybody has a same data chip inside our brain, but we have to program it. And to do that, you got to visualize it. So finding the goal photo, that's first and foremost. Second, you got to really take action. So taking action, you got to set the goals up, set the goals down. And what I do, I talk to my family about securing the bag. The bag, as you know, stands, and you do yours daily, Andrea. So you're doing all right with the bag. So, I mean, literally that little nugget is the jewel inside. When you have an alchemist and all they need is a trace of gold within the material to make gold, but it has to be a trace. If everybody has that gold within them, and I'm the alchemist, but you have to use the energy to make it happen. And by you acknowledging your blessings, starting your day off, acknowledging your blessings, that's to be in the bag, looking at your accomplishments and setting some goals up for the day. That moves you forward and moving happier towards your vision of your ideal tone, lean, sexy. And that's what most folks do. They either do one part or not the other. So, you join a boot camp, you get with a personal trainer, you start going for a walk and you motivate it, but it actually takes 66 days or beyond to make a habit form, not 21. So it takes much longer than we've been taught to really break the habit loop, because the habits we didn't have since we were children. And the habits we got, we saw our parents, our grandparents, our teachers, our Sunday school teachers, our coaches doing, our older siblings, older cousins. That became our habit through our perception. So once we see it, the perception develops our habits within our network, and then our habits are created. And then from our habits, we start going on with life. And it's hard to break the habit loop. So to do that, you got to visualize it. To answer your question, you got to take action, but then you got to emotionalize. You got to feel it. You got to feel how good it feels to fall in love with the mystery of what you're becoming. And to do that, you got to nurture the seed and focus on it daily for it to grow. That's why I always, my catchphrase is let's grow. So, yeah.
So should people plan to be on a diet for the rest of their life?
No, diets are short-term fixes and trying to get to the end result. What you want to do, you want to be healthy. If you look at the word diet, the first three letters are die. You look at the word health or healthy, the first four letters are healed. So you want to have a healthy lifestyle. If you want to be health conscious, not a health nut. And it takes time. You want to do your research. You want to get with a professional. You want to actually be within people within your circle to actually on the same path. So the habitual habits they have are not disempowering, because nobody's perfect, but you want to be around people and like-minded people that are on same similar missions. That way it makes your journey easier. So now you don't want to be on a diet, because diets, they're just going to, you end up digging your grave with your teeth, because the triggers are going to come back that's caused you to gain the weight or the excess body fat in the first place. So you begin slowly, gradually making healthy changes in your lifestyle, starting with cutting out sugar, or cutting back, I should say, cutting out dairy, cutting back your processed foods, your gluten, because those are the main chemicals that's killing everybody. But it's in everything. So we are going to ingest it, but it's reduced into a minimal amount. So the carcinogenic chemicals that are in it, we don't attack to our cells and attack our cells.
I think that's very important. Saying cutting back, right?
Right. That's key.
For the most part, someone says, "Oh, I want to lose weight," and then you just cut everything out of the diet, and then you just, for me, this is what happened to me. I'm like, "Oh, I want to lose weight," so then I cut out all of these things out of my daily routines, and then it only would last for so long. But I've been learning over time to cut back on certain things, cutting back on the amount of sugar. I don't drink coffee, but I'm a tea drinker, cutting back on the amount of sugar that I put in my tea on a daily, or changing from white refined sugar to brown, natural sugar, and doing little things like that. I know has really helped me a lot with just trying to change some things up and being more conscious of all of that.
Absolutely. Yes, that's the key, is you want to treat yourself from time to time, but you don't want to reward yourself with something that that's been damaging in the process. So somebody that lost weight wouldn't want to go out and buy a custard cake. Right. It's good to go ahead and buy you a new pair of shoes. But from time to time, if you want to go ahead and have you a sweet, go ahead. But just get right back on what your end result, focusing on your end result. When you go on a long road trip, you got to take a break. And what I often tell clients, we aligning this together. You give me your goals. That's your vision. I'm the co-pilot on the ship. But like any other plane, you get on a plane, it's going to have turbulence. It's going to be bumpy from time to time. But if you put in the exact coordinates, your visualization, your affirmation, and have your goals aligned, you're going to land at your destination with perfect accuracy. So that keeps you got to keep going and staying focused on where you're headed. And that's critical. So the diet doesn't work. Enjoying your sweets from time to time, that's definitely a go ahead, but you got to have mentally that the place you want to get to is much greater than where you are currently. And that's going to get you past the nemesis that's holding you back, whatever that craving or thing may be.
So one of the things, and I just keep using myself as an example, but one of the things that I notice is that my life is seasonal. It is very seasonal. What I mean by that is, so my children, I'm very involved with my children and my husband, right? So if my kids have sports, some seasons they're off, some seasons they're on. So if my son, it's football season right now, right? So I find that it's football and it's soccer season for me. So I find that I'm always on the go, and it hurts my routine, right? So I have this routine down, maybe I'm working out every evening or twice a week in the evenings, but now my schedule just completely went out of whack. Or in my business, I sell real estate, so it's never consistent. What do you say to those individuals, number one, where you just kind of fall off, everything just falls apart? How do you get back on track, or what do you do in between that time?
You go ahead and you reset button. You hit the reset button. It's okay to fall off. You know, birds. It's going to be a journey. It's a lifestyle, and it's not a destination. It's a lifestyle. So we're gonna fall off. We're gonna have hiccups. You're gonna have sweets. You're gonna enjoy yourself. But you get back on track, and you just do the things that work best for you to do that. So look back through and find out in life what you did and what kind of habits you have to become successful. And what I found out works best for most is writing down their top 3 to 6 goals they want to achieve the next day. So before you go to bed at night, write down your next 3 to 6 goals you want to hit by tomorrow. I call it the bag. So that's the goals inside the bag. The B is for blessings, A is accomplishments, and G is goals. So you write down your goals that you want to achieve over the next 3 to 5 days. And by doing that, that keeps you deliberately intending to do what you have to do necessary to make it happen. So even though your schedule is changing, if you got your goals in mind, now your left prefrontal cortex, that imaginative creative side, that goal setter side, is keeping you focused on moving there. So you got to get to the football game, but you're going to make sure before the game starts at 6 or 1 that you've prepped and you have your lunch, or you have your snack and your lunch, enough to keep you held over, that you can get to your meals to get it in. If you got to have it all day at the game, you're going to get up early like you always do and get your workout in. And for those who aren't early birds, but they have a similar lifestyle, there's 24 hours in a day. So the homeless person up under the bridge who may have fell on hard times had the same 24 hours as the successful billionaire. It's on how you set your plan for success. And that's how you do it. You got to map it.
Yes, very good. Yeah, I definitely find that my workout goals, I accomplish those more when I make that like the first thing of the day. The earlier the better, because once my day gets started, it just goes haywire. So definitely important. So one of the things that I find probably through all of this is the hardest is this right here.
Don't we know? Don't we know? Oh, snap.
I'm not a water drinker at all. I do not like it. I'm gonna stop saying that too. So maybe I could turn that around. It's definitely not my favorite. I find it very hard. I end up having to go to the bathroom 50 times a day. I don't like anything NutraSweet. I hate NutraSweet anything. So I don't do that. I don't pour the whatever it is, those packets into my water. So if I'm drinking it, it's going to be room temperature and it's usually out of a bottle. What can I do? How can I get past this? Why do I need so much water?
Well, you're not alone. The first thing you want to do is stop saying what you don't like about it.
Mm-hmm.
What you don't like about it, because law of attraction, is one of the many laws that the creator made, just like gravity, buoyancy, cause and effect. And the more you think about what you don't like about it, the more you're going to be attracted to not inducing into your body. So what you got to do is just think about all the beautiful things going to come by you getting that water you need in daily. Them jeans hitting just right. The swimsuit you're going to have on in 2021. The bars of hydration, even clearer skin, all that, those are the things you, not just the minimal, just when I always ask you to do, put to your grill and knock down 10 gulps. Don't try to drink it because you're not a water drinker, but every time you put it to your face, one thing you can do for everybody that's not water drinkers, when you have your water, 10 gulps every time you put it to your face. That's one option. Another option is an app called Drink Water, where you can program how many cups, and it'll give you a reminder, drink water. You get a ding, you go ahead and drink, and you hit the little cup, and you can check off. It's like a little checklist. One that worked for me is getting a water bottle, or getting a water bottle and filling it about 5 to 6 times a day, but I'll put rubber bands around it. So I'll start the day with about 5 to 6 rubber bands around it. And then every time I finish, I would take a rubber band off and refill. So by the end of the day, it shows me. So similar to the app, Drink the Water, but my phone goes off so much, I would never acknowledge that announcement. So I have my visual of how much water I need to drink. I have my water bottle with rubber bands around it. But H2O is the most amazing creation ever made. It works for the hydration of our skin, the circulation of our blood, and releasing of the toxins, but also it cleans out our pipes. Only way to get that fat out your system, this is everybody, is either number one or number two in the bathroom. Cardiovascular is going to give you energy, get your heart stronger. The nutrition is going to have your cells and your skin looking better. Exercise is going to help you tone up. And if you're eating right, burn fat. But the only way to get that crap out your system is number one or number two, because even when you do number two, that's 80% water. So by you getting that water in, it's going to lube the track and ease on down the road and get out your system. So whatever way works for you, whether it's the app, whether it's putting 10 gulps, or whether it's, let's say, rubber bands around your water bottle. Have your goal photo out in front of you, have your goal written down of how you want to look in the next 60 days, and let that little nemesis outweigh the victory. That makes sense.
So if you're in need of flavor, what are your options?
Lemon, make you, lemon, mint, strawberries, any kind of fruit. Make you a nice fruit with minus the sugar. So just put some fruit in a big old Kool-Aid pitcher and play with the ingredients till you find something that tempts your taste bud just enough to give it a little flavor, a little hint of flavor, and then it's okay. I do coconut sugar. So coconut sugar, that's low glycemic. It's excellent for those with type 2 diabetes and any diabetic actually. But I don't put it in my water, but things that I like to add sugar to, it has so many added benefits. So you want to put a little hint of coconut sugar in your flavored water, which you made with your fruit, that's fine, but you just gotta be creative. That's one of the best things, is that be creative with it. And because you're not a NutraSweet person, you don't like the different Kool-Aids, as I call them, the fake Kool-Aids, but you gotta get it in. So you got your vision, you got your goal, you're a goal setter, so you gotta knock that goal down and put it on the map. That's your goal for the day. But the thing everybody must do, you can't do it for 2 or 3 days at a time, because that's why you continue to go to the restroom like you do, because your body's not familiar with the new program that you're setting. So if you do it for a week or 2 weeks and then stop, your bladder goes back to the same size it was prior to drinking it. But you continue to drink it on a consistent basis, it expands and gets familiar with this new pattern, and the pee-pee button slows down a whole lot.
Wow, yeah, that definitely is my struggle. So what can people do just on a daily, if they wanted to start today to improve their health?
Do something that you enjoy or did enjoy for at least 10 minutes. Start out with 10 minutes. I have everybody in the Fit Forever You family doing a 100-day challenge, and it's just doing 10 minutes every day for the next 100 days. We started it 45 days ago, and everybody's getting some kind of success from it. But just start off with something to at least 10 minutes each day. So if it's going for a walk, if it's stretching, if it's finding something on YouTube and doing a HIIT style workout, walking up and down your stairs, playing with your baby, just do something for 10 minutes and write down that you got it done. And then set a goal for yourself the next day, another 10 minutes or 12. So do something for at least 10 minutes daily, but have at least 3 days a week, something activity for 45 minutes.
Okay.
So start off, try it for your next. So if you don't, 100 days sounds crazy to y'all out there. Try for your next at least 66 days. Do something for at least 10 minutes. Because once again, it takes at least 66 days to 365 to change a habit. So you've been inactive, that's a habit. You want to break that disempowering habit by empowering yourself by doing something for at least 10 minutes for the next 66 days. And she tagged me or inbox me that you got it going. I'd love to hear about
it. Okay. So if someone wants to focus on getting healthier, they don't have a lot of time right now, do you suggest that they focus on eating first or working out first?
Ooh, I love that question. Everybody write this down. I'm up on my soapbox now. It's it's 60% nutrition, 30% resistance training, 10% cardio. That's few of the components of the Fit Forever formula. The formula is cardio. You want to give your heart a good beating. That's number one. Number two is proper nutrition. 4 to 5 small meals, eating smart, not less. Number three, proper supplementation. The smallest things make the biggest difference. Your multivitamins, your ginkgo biloba, shark cartilage, glucosamine. Before there was pharmaceutical, there was nutraceutical, nutrients, everything from the earth. You have your positive self-talk. That's one of the key ingredients is telling yourself daily you deserve to become toned, lean, healthy, happy, but you cannot exercise a poor diet. The game is 60% nutrition. So get your nutrition in check first. And you do that by just maybe writing down what you're eating throughout the day, or take a picture at the end of the day, write it down. If you don't have time to write it down if you're on the go and don't have pen and pad available, everybody got their phone on them constantly. Take a picture at the end of the day, write it down. That way you can see what you're putting in your face and if it's constructive or destructive. So then once you get that down, get active. So focus today starting on your nutrition for the next 66 days and beyond, and then get active as well at least 3 days a week, but the goal at least 10 minutes every day. So nutrition first, exercise second.
Okay, perfect. So if you guys have not picked up on this, I have been working with Juan. I had some weight goals that I wouldn't say it was like a whole lot, but I could use a lot of more toning up as well. And so I wanted to be held more accountable. So I finally reached out to Juan, and he's been helping me work towards my goals. So one of the things that he provided that I actually really appreciated, but I didn't even mention to him, is he did provide like a list of like foods to eat. And as part of this breakdown of foods to eat, it actually broke it down and it gives you good, neutral, and bad. And I appreciate it because when you listen to a lot of people in the marketplace, they just say, no, you can't have, no, you can't have, no, and what you need to have is whole wheat bread, and just different things like that. But the way that he broke it down, it really opened my eyes and said, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because when you think about a diet, it's like I can't have anything that would be good for my taste buds. I have to cut out just 100% of a lot of the things that I like. But what he broke down really gave some good options that I was even surprised, because I wouldn't normally even eat. But I was surprised. And him putting it in front of my face, just little things. If you decide that you want to have ice cream, maybe you're not eating dairy ice cream today. Maybe you're more so doing a yogurt over dairy ice cream. It's about making those simple changes like that you don't even realize where, okay, I know that I'm cheating a little bit, but I'm going to make this better choice. So I definitely appreciate that list. It definitely has helped me. One of the things that you had on your list that I absolutely could have cut out of my diet when I'm trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and kind of had me go back to it, is you do have some red meat on your approved list, whereas most people say, nope, you can't have any red meat. So obviously, if that's on your list, that's something you believe that it's okay for people to still eat red meat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Far as there's 3 different types of body types. You have your ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. And a mesomorph, which is more of the heavy, thick person that can gain weight easily, muscular, as well as body fat, is much different than an ectomorph, who can eat anything and not gain weight at all. We all need protein because it's the building block of muscle tone. We hit our mid-30s, we lose about a half a pound of muscle a year. Now, majority of protein truthfully comes from plant. It's just we're eating the recycled byproduct by eating meat, but it became a habit of ours based upon the way our lineage. So yeah, it's fine. Everything in moderation. Just want to make sure you get enough protein in. And the goal as far as protein, so about a gram to a gram and a half per ideal pound of body weight. So the person's goal is 160 pounds. Always recommend between 93 to about 140 grams of protein per day. For a guy that wants to put on weight, 200 pounds, he wants to get in 200 grams of protein per day. Because what protein does, it breaks down into an amino acid. Amino acid works for our neural, skeletal, muscular, and everything. So you want to get that protein in whichever way best fits your lifestyle. So whether you're chicken, fish, lean pork, steak, and the key word with all that is a lean cut. You know, you don't want to go ahead and get a marble ribeye if you're trying to lean out, but go ahead and having a different cut will be okay. And it's all about the portion. So getting a 6 ounce opposed to a 22 ounce bronzer is what you want to do.
Very good. Very good. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you guys for joining us. I don't see any questions right now, but how can they reach out to you if they have any questions, if they want to? Oh, let me say this to you guys. If you are, is it a boot camp that you're doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah, it's online boot camp on Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's all over the country right now, which is definitely a huge blessing. And it goes from 7 to 7:45-ish. I say ish because I like to over deliver. So plan to be there to about 8 o'clock normally. But it's for all fitness levels and work on everything as far as total body. So whether you're just starting out as a novice or you're advanced, intense athlete, I do all that within that 50-minute period. Of course, have the modification as well as the push through. So that's 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday and Thursdays, and that's via Zoom. So I'm live. So this way you're not getting a pre-recorded, which kind of can have you sitting down because you're just started off warming up, but then you go ahead and get a sip of water and the video continues to play. The way I do it is that everybody's camera has to be on, so I got to see you working. That way we're interacting, we're going at it, and everybody within the circle. And it's a good 50-something people to do the program on those Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. So I'm getting everybody going. Then I go to the screen and I'm checking form, technique, and making sure that you guys are moving. But you can find me on Facebook at my name, Juan Toney, on IG, as well as you can email me at fitforeveruniversity@gmail. I'm reconstructing the website now because I got my products about to launch first of the year, so that's under construction. So right now, either hit me on Facebook, Instagram, or you can email me at fitforeveruniversity. That's fit, the number 4 ever university@gmail.
I'm typing that in the comment section for everyone as well.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
And so I also do private session with him. So he does have that available. What I like about the private session is I don't have to go anywhere. I just turn on my camera, set my phone up. I have a tripod. We do it through Zoom and he like beats me up. So then the next couple days I'm sore after that. So, and it's working out really well for me.
In my defense, I call it necessary roughness. So, say it with me. No, but yeah, so that's the online training is dope.
At home, he will make something up for you. Trust me. So you don't have to worry about having equipment. Please reach out to him. Again, can you spell your name for them so they know how to find you on social media?
So Juan, T like Thomas, Oney, Juan Toney. And it's the Juan Toney on IG.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining me and answering all our questions. And so
Thanks for having me.
No problem. If you guys are not following me or you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm always providing tips and information about real estate, of course, and everything else. I like to help support small businesses, share information, give you tips and resources. So make sure you subscribe, you like, and share. All right. We will see you next time.
All right. Thank you.